Yo, what is good everyone? It is Eric. Today I'm going to show you guys how I made over $2,000 in 1 minute day trading today, the S&P 500, as well as go in depth and break down how exactly I approach this with my strategy. Now, if you guys don't already know my strategy, it's called the 1 hour strategy and it's really 3 steps. I recently released an indicator that makes it even easier, which I'll link in a Google Drive folder in the description. But with the first step, we want to look for the draw on liquidity. So for today, the orb highs and lows were very obvious. So first step is determining the overall drawn liquidity so we can see on the daily time frame, and excuse all these drawings. We're pretty clearly bearish on Monday, so the start of this week, and the day that I traded was Tuesday. We have a bearish daily fair value gap formed, and on Monday we come up and sweep Friday's high as well as tapping into that daily bearish fair value gap. Now, dropping onto the 1 hour, we can see we're just in a very obvious downtrend. Dropping onto the 15-minute, on the 7 a.m. 1 hour candle, we can see, or the very high of that 1 hour candle, we can see we sweep liquidity at open, and that's kind of what gives us that rejection for continuation downwards. So coming into market open, we check the charts at around 9:45, we form our orb high, which is this green line, and our orb low. So it's just the high and the low of the first 15 minutes. We can see, right, we displace downwards, form bearish fair value gap, respect VWAP with this rejection, and continue trending downwards. And right, if we're bearish overall, where are we looking for a draw? We're looking for any sort of lows. So in this case, right, we have orb low, marked by this red line on my indicator, which automatically gets drawn out. So you don't have to draw any of these key levels. They're marked out for you. And the next obvious draw would be daily low. So we can see, I think it's around 2 a.m. If you draw it like that, you could also trade into that level. So we can see we're in a very obvious downtrend on the higher time frame, and we're already trending nicely on the lower time frame, on the 1 minute. As with my strategy, all you have to do is get an entry, right? And you can get an entry on a new 1 minute candle, or you can get in on a bearish fair value gap. And with the new 1 minute candles, they're good because it barely gives you any drawdown. So even if you entered, let's say here, right, almost no drawdown, you have a small wick up here, small wick up. Even here, right, you do get some of a pullback, but it's nothing crazy. Like the overall trend is just being respected. And there's so many more places where you could have entered to catch that trend down. Like even down here, almost no pullback. Again, around 9:59, barely any pullback. And even at these candles, like when the candles are very full and they have large bodies, entering off a new 1 minute can give you a great entry. And right, you don't have to catch that big of a move. If you're trading with many funded accounts, then even just a 4, 5, or 10 point move on many contracts will get you to thousands per day. But yeah, again, guys, if you want access to my indicator, as well as my PDF for my entire strategy and the mirror board of the entire strategy broken down completely for free, I'm going to leave a link down in the description of this video where you can go and get that for free. I hope you guys learned something from this video, and I'll see you guys next time.